Over the 10 plus years Ninjago has been around, the theme has managed to infect every market you could think of. Books, comics, plushes, cards, clothing, and of course, bed sheets. Please, one at a time, ladies. Another market that has been infected by our favorite plastic ninja is of course the video game industry, because everything needs a video game about it, right? I'm so glad they decided to give Rock Band their own LEGO game, they really deserve it. Ninjago has had many, and I mean many games, most of them either being a short little web game to keep your goblin of a child busy, or a handheld exclusive that also keeps your goblin of a child busy. It only took them until 2017 to finally give us our first major Ninjago video game experience on major consoles. I would say it was a great achievement, but I would be lying because it kinda sucked. Seriously, watch this clip of one of the cutscenes and tell me they actually tried with this one.
That's not how that doesn't sound like me.
He sounds more like this. Ha ha ha.
I've always wanted a proper Ninjago video game on major home consoles, and when it finally happened with this game, I felt pretty disappointed. Everything just felt so cheap and slapped together. At least I can give the game some credit for its combat, which, unlike every other LEGO game, wasn't just smashing the attack button. I can also give the game some props for respecting the show, by including a large portion of the characters in the roster. They even gave the villains their own boss battles, which was really nice to see included. But that is where my compliments for this game shall end, for I believe it's now time for a new Ninjago video game. Dare I say the perfect Ninjago video game. No, not that Ninjago video game. This Ninjago video game. Of course, if this game actually existed, the cover would be a lot better. Unless LEGO wants to join the trend of oversimplifying things. It looks like we're stuck with the cover I made for now then. This hypothetical Ninjago video game we'll be talking about in this video will be very heavily inspired by the LEGO Skywalker Saga video game, in which you can play through every single Star Wars movie. Well yes, I have not seen this one in quite some time, how could you tell? Just like the Skywalker Saga, this game would cover each season and special of the show, except for the Netflix birthday special. That could be its own game entirely. As you can clearly see, the name of this hypothetical game would be Ninjago Legacy. A very original name, I know. It was either this or Ninjago the Ninjago Saga, alright? Give me a break. I think the name is fitting, as this game would cover every part of Ninjago's legacy, starting all the way with the pilots and ending with Crystalized. Just forget about Dragons Rising for a moment, we'll get to that later, I promise. Now I don't think I need to say this, but I'm going to anyways. There are a lot of episodes of Ninjago, so I'm going to try and limit each season to at least 5 levels each, just like the Skywalker Saga did with each Star Wars movie. But there will definitely have to be a few exceptions to this rule. And here we are at our first exception to the rule. I was torn on whether or not to even include the pilots, but I think they function nicely as a tutorial level to showcase how the combat and other gameplay mechanics, such as the golden weapons, spinjitzu, and the tornado of creation would function within the game. The one level for the pilots will be a combination of Way of the Ninja and the King of Shadows. Now it's on to our first season, with, well, Season 1. Did you think we were going to start with Season 6? The first level for this season will be based off the very first episode of the season, being Episode 1, Rise of the Snakes. Following the first level, we of course have the second level, which I've chosen to be based off the episode Never Trust a Snake. Are you a fan of Samurai X? Well, you're in luck, because that's exactly what the third level is going to be about. Level 3 would center around the Snake King episode. Because each season will only be getting 5 levels, I've decided to just roll all of the ninja's true potentials into one longer level for the fourth level of this season. And then there's the final level for Season 1, which of course needs to feature a boss battle against the Great Devourer, being based off the episode Day of the Great Devourer. Season 2's first level will be centered around the episode Pirates vs Ninja, the episode that introduced our Lord and Savior. Ninja Ball Run is the perfect second level for this season. Every LEGO game needs a racing level, just look at the iconic pod racing levels from all the LEGO Star Wars games. Hopefully this level won't be as controller destroying hard. For the third level, I chose the episode Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It was either this or a child's play, and I don't think anyone wants to play as a child. The next level will take place on the Dark Island, carrying out the events from Island of Darkness. Finishing off Season 2, we have the final level which, no surprise, is going to be based off the final episode of the season, Rise of the Spinjitzu Master. No surprise here that Rebooted's first level will be the first episode of the season, The Surge. For Rebooted's second level, get your torches ready because for level 2, we're going to be looking at a blackout. That sounded a lot better in my head. Rebooted's third level will be Enter the Digiverse, which is an absolutely perfect fit. The ninja basically enter a video game, why wouldn't I make that one of the levels? Fire up those hyperdrives and other near technology, because for the fourth level we'll be traveling into space, with the episode The Void, because we all know that ninja belong in space. Get ready to wipe away those tears, because surprising nobly the final level of Season 3 is the Titanium Ninja. For the tournament developments, I decided not to just use the first episode for the first level. I will now accept a round of applause for my bravery. There really wasn't much in the episode that could be turned into a playable level. The only interesting things to adapt would be the Lloyd training scene at the start and the Kai vs Karloff battle at the end, unless you want this game to turn into a modern Pokemon game with all the cutscenes of the ninja talking. Skipping over the first episode, I settled on using Only One Can Remain for the season's first level. Ninja Roll will be taking the second level spot for the season, another easy race type level. Skipping episode 39, I instead chose episode 40, Spellbound, for the next level. And no, I did not just choose it because it sounds like Skybound. For the second to last level, I think Dave the Dragon would work really well. For the final Season 4 level, it's of course the final episode of this season, The Corridor of Elders. Winds of Change shall be this season's first level. Jumping past both Ghost Story and Sticks and Stones, the second possession level will be the Temple on Haunted Hill. Kingdom Come has been chosen as this season's third level. For the next level, I've chosen Grave Danger, famous for the future reflections which mean absolutely fucking nothing now. For the final level, I actually decided to combine Curse World Part 1 and Curse World Part 2 into one level. It would just be weird to not include both, as the level really wouldn't make sense with just one part. Time for the best season. I really wanted to give each episode a level, but unfortunately I had to follow my own rule of only 5 episodes a season. Skybound's first level will be the first episode, Infamous. Misfortune Rising is the next episode to be turned into a level. Level 3 of Skybound would be the last resort. The second to last level for Season 6 will be Operation Land Ho. For the best season's final level, we of course have The Way Back. Day of the Departed was a tricky one. I decided to just make this into a boss rush. One level where you just battle all the returning villains in the order they were defeated in this special. Except for Kozu and Moro, they didn't really do much. Hands of Time is next up, with its first level being the Hands of Time. Wow, congratulations Ninjago writers, you really worked hard on that one. Skipping past quite a few episodes, the second level for this season would be based off episode 69, A Line in the Sand. This is very wholesome 100 funny Reddit number. For the third level, why not give that spot to the attack? Hands of Time's fourth level would be Out of the Fire and Into the Boiling Sea. God, that is a really long title. For this season's last level, it will be the final episode, Lost in Time. Rev those engines as we now move on to Sons of Garmadon, with the first level being the first episode of this season, The Mask of Deception. Snake Jaguar will be the second level of this season. The third level for this season will be Game of Masks. Sons of Garmadon's second to last level will be based off the episode True Potential. The final level for Season 8 will be Big Trouble Little Ninjago. Hunted is our next season to adapt into 5 playable levels, in which we of course start with the first episode, Firstborn. Radio Free Ninjago will be gifted the position of second playable level. The third level will be somewhat of a mashup of the episode The Glided Path and The Weakest Link. Since Faith gets captured towards the end of the Weakest Link episode, it only makes sense for the next level to be Saving Faith. Green Destiny will be Hunted's final level. And now we have reached March of the Oni, which, just like Dave the Departed and the Pilots, will just be a singular level. As I'm sure you all know, with the switch over to Wildbrain, all episodes became 11 minutes long, along with the seasons going past the 10 episode mark, especially this season. This season has 30 fucking episodes. Since this season and the seasons after have a lot more than 10 episodes, the levels from here on out will be multiple episodes mashed together to create one single level. Season 11's first level will not be the first episode of the season, but instead questing for okay, I'm kidding, I will not be touching that episode. The first level for this season will be a combination of a rocky start, the belly of the beast, and booby traps and how to survive them. Level 2 will combine the News Never Sleeps, Ninja vs Lava, Powerless, and Under Siege. Throwing the Explorer's Club, Vengeance is Mine, and A Cold Goodbye into a blender gives us level 3. For level 4, I've decided to mash together Firemaker, The Message, Traveler's Tree, and Secret of the Wolf. Level 5 will end off this season with My Enemy My Friend, Kaiju Protocol, Once and For All, and Awakenings. Level 1 of this video game based season, which is perfect for an actual video game, will include Would You Like to Enter Prime Empire, Dire Island, Level 13, and Superstar Rockin' J. The second level would combine The Glitch, Cliffs of Hysteria, and The Maze of the Red Dragon. Level 3 will cram One Step Forward, Two Steps Back, The Speedway 5 Billion, and Stock Drop and Side Scroll all into one level. For the fourth level, I've decided to just give Ninjago Confidential its own level, of course being black and white just like the episode itself. And to wrap up this season, we have Temple of Madness and Game Over, combining for level 5. Level 1 for this fantastic season shall include the episodes Shintaro, Into the Dark, and The Two Blades. I have chosen 3 episodes for level 2, being Queen of the Months, Trial by Mino, and The Skull Sorcerer. For the third level, The Real Fall, Dungeon Crawl, and Griefbringer are combined. The next level would be a mashup of Masters Never Quit, The Darkest Hour, and The Ascent. And finally, level 5 would be the last 2 episodes, The Upley Strike Back and The Son of Lily. Which now leaves us at the island, which shall join the club of being turned into one level. The first level for Seabound will include A Big Splash, Call of the Deep, Unsinkable, and 5,000 Fathoms Down. The next level would be a combination of 3 episodes, Wrath of Kalmar, Long Live the King, and Escape from Merlopia. Level 3 gets to adapt Riddle of the Sphinx, Paper Girl, and Master of the Sea into a playable level. For the second to last level, we have Assault on Ninjago City and Niad. And then for the final level of the season, I decided to give the Turn of the Tide its very own level, to ensure a truly epic boss battle against Mojira. Level 1 for this mixed season shall include The Shape of Nia, A Mayor Problem, Public Enemies 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and A Painful Promise. For the second level, I have chosen Cryptarium Prison Blues, The Benefit of Grief, The Fifth Villain, and The Council of the Crystal King. Level 3 will contain The Fall of the Monastery, The Coming of the King, Return to Primeval Zai, and Crystastrophe. The fourth level would include Brave but Foolish, Quit in Time, Return of the Ice Emperor, and Safe Haven. And now, finally for the last level of the game, we have the last 3 episodes rolled into one level, Distress Calls, Dragon Form, and Roots. With all of the levels chosen, it leaves us with what I'm pretty sure is the highest amount of levels out of any LEGO game, being a whopping 79 levels. Those poor TT Games employees. A huge part of each LEGO game is that after you complete the story missions, you are free to explore the world the game takes place in, such as New York in the many Marvel games, and all of the different planets in the Skywalker saga. Ninjago has a lot of locations that would be perfect for a large explorable world. The latest trend in gaming is making an open world game, so why not give Ninjago the same treatment? Making it so you can freely explore all of the known locations of the Ninjago realm, being able to use a large amount of vehicles and even dragons to traverse across the world, unlocking all there is to find. The Ninjago realm won't be the only explorable world available, as I think it would be great if all of the known realms could be explored, including the Never Realm, the Departed Realm, the Underworld, the Realm of Madness, the Cloud Kingdom, the First Realm, the Cursed Realm, Jinjago, well, you'll need a time machine for that one, and I guess we would also have to include Shima. Or they could simply make one large open explorable world of the merged realms, kinda like they already did with Ninjago's world in LEGO Dimensions. Since I just mentioned the merged realms from Dragon's Rising, I suppose it's time to tackle how the newest Ninjago money printer will be included within this game. It won't, or at least not part of the base game. This game would just cover everything from Ninjago before Dragon's Rising, as it would feel pretty strange to release the game with levels for every single Ninjago season before Dragon's Rising, and only levels for like the first half of Dragon's Rising. So Dragon's Rising would end up being DLC for the game, released after the full first season has finished, giving us all of the new characters and maybe even a couple of levels to play through. With each release of a new season of Dragon's Rising, I could see a new batch of DLC being added to the game as well. Just like Ninjago itself, LEGO would milk every single dollar they can out of this game. Some DLC for the Spinjitzu Brothers book series could also be pretty neat to see, getting to play through some of the books along with unlocking the new characters and younger versions of Wu and Garmadon. And maybe even the movie could get some love with DLC, just adding the movie characters into the game, as I don't think anyone would want to play through the movie again or even pay for it. Basically, anything that isn't part of the main canon or from the pilots until Crystalized would be given the treatment of DLC. Maybe even the Ninjago manga can get some love, who knows? A big draw to LEGO games is that they're mostly multiplayer, making it easy for you to play the Ninjago movie video game with your friends, or ex-friends after they actually play the game. So it only makes sense to include some content specifically to tailor towards a multiplayer experience, and I think a multiplayer battle arena would be perfect, letting 4 players beat the crap out of each other with all the different abilities within the game, with these epic battles taking place at some of the most iconic locations of the series, such as the city of Ouroboros, the Dragon Pit, and the alleyway from the first season 4 episode. Before the official release of every LEGO game, you would have the option to pre-order it, which is exactly what I did with my copy of the Skywalker Saga. In 2020, this game released in 2022, and I pre-ordered it in 2020. It took so long to release that the game store I pre-ordered it from shut down, and I had to travel very far away to pick up my copy. But hey, at least I got Luke with milk. The exclusive pre-order minifigure is a classic way for LEGO to really push the sales of their games, because minifigures are really what every LEGO fan cares about. People would gladly pay hundreds just for one minifigure, so why not get a video game with it as well? These pre-order exclusive figures are really a coin toss. Sometimes they're the best minifigure of the year, like the Silver Centurion Iron Man, which had printing on literally every surface they could print on. And then there's what the Ninjago movie video game got. Just a standard movie loaded with kendo armor and a helmet. At least the helmet was exclusive, I'm pretty sure. No, it's totally worth the increased price. This terrible pre-order figure just feels like adding salt to the wound. First they gave us a not very good game, and then they tried to sell us this crap. Was it really that hard to at least include Lloyd's mask too? Or even make a good figure? If you ask me, the perfect figure to include would have been an exclusive minifigure of Jackie Chan's character, Mr. Liu. They already have a design in the game, so why not print it? The Fuchsia Ninja also would have been a perfect inclusion. Heck, I would have taken mud-covered coal over this. For this new and actually good Ninjago game, we've gotta learn from the failure that is Kendo Lloyd and give the Ninjago fans an actually good minifigure that people would actually want. My top picks would have to be Casual Harumi, Digi Zane, the first Spinjitzu Master, either Young Wu or Young Garmadon from the Spinjitzu Brothers book series, Dr. Julian, either Golden Rebooted Jay or Cole, Seabound, Maya or Ray, and my personal choice, Naked J. With the pre-order exclusive Naked J figure, this game could easily outsell the Skywalker Saga. But what would this game even be playable on? Ideally, you could play it on PC and every major video game console available when this game would release, like the PlayStation 8, the Xbox 720, and the Wii phone. And so with the 5 people in the audience feeling nostalgic over the Xbox 720, my proposal for what would be the perfect Ninjago video game has wrapped up. It's honestly a very big surprise to me that LEGO has never made a game like this, or at least a Ninjago game that isn't locked to the 3DS that is based off the actually popular show. The Ninjago fanbase has proven itself many times to be big enough to support a game like this. Seriously, this series about Plastic Ninja would not be going on for over 10 years if it weren't for the Ninjago community, so if you're asking me, LEGO really owes us this game. I know that I would spend countless hours playing this game, making sure to 100% complete it, or just roaming around that massive explorable Ninjago world. If you feel the same, then why not like the video and subscribe, because I'm sure LEGO will use that metric to decide whether or not they want to make this game. Trust me, my uncle's second cousin works at LEGO.